Hi, good evening. My name is Rahul Gupta and this is Ayush Ghai. Together we are doing a small experiment which we will go about, we'll talk about it in a while. Ayush he has a small startup in Dharamshala in Himachal and he's trying really hard to turn it into something big which we will get to. Ayush.
Hanji, and this is Rahul. So he's a fellow seeker and neighbor, living in the same house I used to live earlier. And together we found something very common between us and very exciting. And we want to start the series and go out to the world with it.
Yes.
So more to you, Rahul, to talk about it.
And before we begin, I want to introduce Lifemaker Foundation, which is the umbrella under which all of this will be discussed. So what
Correct.
is Lifemaker?
Correct. So it is not yet a foundation. There is no registered entity of Lifemaker.
Okay.
It's more like an experiment and a wish from the heart.
Yes.
So if we talk of Lifemaker, so what it means is making a beautiful life. Okay, and beautiful life for everybody on earth. So the mission is really the big question about Lifemaker is how can there be a tradition of happiness and prosperity for everyone on earth. Okay, and with a system and order determined by nature, by natural laws governing a human being, human value system, and which can be a lasting tradition on earth as long as human society lives.
So basically that Sanskrit line Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu, this is it in action. And so now let's talk about the agenda. Why are we doing these videos? So,
This series together.
Yeah, why are we doing this?
So we are doing this series for a few reasons. Okay, so firstly, we have these big questions. All right, so we are asking big questions together in this series
Right.
about any question important for life,
Yeah.
existence, coexistence as a human being.
Yeah.
So it could be just anything under the sun,
Right.
relevant and important for human
Us.
being.
Right.
Correct, and starting with us.
Right.
Second is we share experiences, information with each other.
Right.
Then we meet fellow seekers and invite them to join the conversations.
We want all of you, whoever is interested, you're free to come and participate in these conversations whenever you want. You can just simply reach out to ISG and we can have those conversations.
Correct. So just message me and we will connect and we'll invite you in the next sessions as well together.
Right.
We'll even be starting an online session soon.
Yes.
So then going further, why are we doing it? So that once such people meet, right? So we want to work together, on our own lives.
Yes.
Live with a definitive human conduct more and more.
Yes.
Where definitive is very important.
Right.
This word.
Right. I want to know more about you. You used that word before also. What does definitive human conduct mean?
So basically, first let's talk of human conduct. By being, what does it mean to be a human being? So and how a human being would conduct itself. So together we will explore the meaning of these things.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
And we will be sharing proposals. So
Right.
this series is also about sharing proposals.
Right.
Nobody holds the claim to absolute truth and knowledge.
I love that, which you said. And I think IG also said we are not sharing knowledge, we're sharing information because we are discovering it together.
Yes.
So right now it's information, together it will become knowledge. So when all of you participate, right?
Correct. See,
Right.
whatever we will share is information.
Yes.
So whenever we see somebody who's living a perfect life, that's information for us.
Right.
When we make sense of it, when we understand it and it becomes me, then I've made knowledge from
Right.
it. Okay. So we will share information as form of proposals, inspirations, experiences, motivational stories,
Right.
and bring up our problems, explore solutions.
Yes.
Correct. And the end goal being that can there be some meaningful impact on our lives, either by listening to these conversations, we take home something to contemplate upon ourselves,
Yes.
inside
Yes.
us.
Yes.
First, the dialogue is between us,
Yes.
and then it is inside us. That's
Yes.
number one.
Yes.
And we can apply a systematic approach of study,
Right.
right? And verifying these proposals
Right.
by living them out
Yes.
as
By
well.
living with together with more information, improving it.
Yes.
Yes.
And then once it makes sense, we adopt in our own lives.
Right.
That's number one, personal
Right.
growth
Right.
for everybody. Now, personal growth is always coexistential. So one very unique thing about our approach will be that we go in a coexistential approach. That means whatever we understand, we see a human being is a coexistential being, and our happiness, prosperity, success of life is dependent on others also around us. It's all connected, right? So it starts from me and my family.
Right.
So having harmony and prosperity within the family.
Yeah.
Okay, then it expands. It is very important in this series. We look at our expansion.
Yes.
Okay, then my identity is expanding beyond the four walls of my house to my neighborhood, to my environment around me, and as well to the whole earth.
So I want to add something to what I just said. Change begins from inside out. So first, as you said, first we make change in our life, then our family, then our society, and gradually we permeate into the world.
Exactly.
So I like it.
And we want it till the world for sure.
Yes, definitely. That is the agenda. That is the mission.
Yes, yes. That's why we are here with you also, no?
Yes.
Otherwise, two of us are good enough in our own lives. So we have felt that we are an undivided being,
Yes.
right? Our expanse is only limited in our perception. Okay? So as undivided beings, we are here with you, right? And we want us all to connect with this feeling of
Togetherness.
indivisibility.
Indivisibility, right.
So
Right.
with that, we start the series.
Yes. Congratulations. You're welcome.
Yeah, you're welcome, and thank you also for joining.
So now the introduction is done. There's now we were thinking what should be the first question to begin this journey, and that is we'll talk about happiness.
Okay.
Because eventually that's what we all want. We all want happiness, right?
To that, maybe I break down happiness in two words.
Yeah.
We can keep further breaking down.
Right.
We want happiness and prosperity.
Can you? I want to know what does prosperity mean here? Like happiness, I understand. What is prosperity in this?
Prosperity is a form of happiness.
Okay.
I'm simply double clicking on the word happiness, expanding a little, zoom in into
Right.
that and seeing prosperity. I'm singling out as a separate part.
So like a more refined version.
We are
of-
refining happiness.
Okay.
We'll further refine the word happiness.
Okay. Okay.
Overall, if I say harmony is the one word
Yeah.
which could encompass everything.
Okay.
Harmony is what we seek.
Hmm.
Harmony in every aspect of every possible aspect of our life is what we all want.
True. Matlab, I get it. That happiness, when it's permeated everywhere, when it's on all our actions, when our life is aligned, that is what you want. That is what you mean by harmony. and
Solution to
prosperity.
all problems.
Solution to all problems. Okay.
We are solved.
Okay.
Sorted,
Right.
like it is said.
Right.
So being sorted in every way.
Right.
And being sorted starts from inside,
Right.
sorting out inside, sorting out all around, and expanding to the whole earth. Because if there is problem happening anywhere, that affects us, even if we
Yes.
don't realize it.
Yes. Yes.
Right? If somebody is, let's say, spilling oil in the sea at one corner of earth,
Yeah.
it is reaching everywhere.
Eventually, it's reaching us. Whether we realize it or not. I
If
agree.
there's a war between two countries, it's affecting
Yeah,
everybody.
it's affecting
We
everybody.
want peace
Yes.
and harmony.
And harmony. Okay.
And mainly harmony.
Yes.
Okay, so let's double click on prosperity. Okay, so what does prosperity mean? Prosperity, firstly, is I mean a feeling. Prosperity is a feeling, firstly. Okay, what are we feeling? We are feeling that we have more than what we need,
Okay.
and we want to share it.
I like this.
When we are feeling we have more than what we need and we want to share it with others,
Right.
that feeling is called prosperity.
Okay.
It does not mean how much money you have in your account. It does not mean your land or your riches. Okay, it simply means that you are feeling you have extra.
Like a richness of the heart in some way, right?
In a way, yes.
In a way, right.
Like I can tell you a little story from our own village.
Yes, I want to know.
So there is Geeta Amma, this old lady who lives with a son who is half-minded.
Right.
And she has a daughter-in-law also married to her half-minded son. Okay, very old lady. And so that lady, the story goes is she runs her family based on pension and the farming that they do. Her knees don't work, body doesn't work, her husband is gone. Okay, so together her son works and she gets pension. They get around 5,000 or 4,000 rupees a month, which is around what, $60 a month basically.
Yeah, right.
All right, that's their family income in money. Okay, apart from that is the farming they do.
Right.
So one day when I had started this school, after school for kids in the village, so all the kids came in that house. There was a guest also.
When was this? Like when?
This was in 2019.
Okay, cool. 4 years roughly.
4 years ago.
Okay.
Okay, so that one evening we wanted to make food in the new house where we started this. So we went to buy groceries, items. When we come back home, our guest was there and he looked a bit surprised. And we asked him what happened. So he said, an old lady came. And that old lady came with like a half-minded kind of another woman who was laughing all the time. Then she asked me that, why are you sitting here alone? He said, I'm a guest of Ayush and I'm waiting. They've gone to get food.
Right.
So she says, all right, what are you? It's already so late to make food. So he says, I'm waiting for them. So he says, then she left. After 5 minutes, she comes back again. The younger woman carries lots of wood in her hand. Okay, she carries a sack of rice, dal, oil, salt,
Wow.
spices,
Wow.
puts it there in the house and says, that I am a farmer's daughter. Till I am alive, no one around me will be hungry.
Now that is the meaning of prosperity.
That is the meaning of
Yeah.
prosperity. She is a prosperous woman.
Hmm.
You know, a farmer naturally feels prosperous, and a human being, no. When it comes to money, we don't feel prosperous.
Yeah, we tend to shrink.
We tend to shrink,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But when we have food, there's abundance of food. Nobody tends to shrink. You want to share.
And she's such a good example. Matlab, she might not want to do it, but she did it anyway. She wanted to give. It's such a good example.
She felt she's son of a farmer,
Yes.
daughter. She has lot of food to share,
Yes.
and she wants to share.
So this is what we want to be in everyone's heart, right? This feeling, this emotion, right?
So see, to feel prosperity, I will understand what does it take in another discussion,
Yes,
maybe,
yes.
to feel prosperous.
Hanji, hanji.
But let's just remember today what is feeling of prosperity.
Right.
Correct? Now the second part is, of course, checking inside us
Right.
that how I feel
Yes.
about my own prosperity. Do I feel like I need more and more? I am unsafe. I am in dearth of material and
Yes.
physical facility
Yes.
and money.
Yes.
Okay, or do I feel I have more than I need? And we can ask ourselves, where do I want to be?
So I would also like to add that in another word, this sounds like the abundance and scarcity mindset.
Mhm.
So when someone has abundance mindset, they want to give. They feel large-hearted. And scarcity is when we always feel like I don't have enough. I want more, more, more. So I think that's what I usually trying to say in my words.
Correct.
Hanji.
So there are very rich and scarce people.
Yeah.
There are very poor and abundant people.
Wow. Right. Right.
You know? Now
Yes.
comes to happiness.
Yes.
Can we talk about happiness now?
Hanji, I'm eager to hear your perspective on it.
ठीक है? So essentially, if we look at happiness or harmony, we can again further break it down into four main aspects. Okay. But before that breakdown, let us say happiness synonyms. Let's say a well-being of the mind,
Right.
being comfortable,
Right.
feeling good.
Yes.
All of this is happiness,
Yes.
right? So, but happiness comes in many different.
Yes. There are many
like in
definitions.
Hindi, they say rasas
Okay.
or essence, like
Essences.
different kinds of happiness.
Right. Right.
For example, happiness when you see your son grow
Yeah.
and make achievements.
That's a different kind of happiness. That's something that's very deep.
Very deep. Like for example, Saurabh is shooting this video now. So Saurabh's father, the happiness he feels when he sees his son where he was 5 years ago, where he's growing now. You know, that's happiness.
Yes.
So one form.
There's one form of happiness.
है ना?
Yes.
It can be called feeling glory.
Yes. Wow. Right.
That's his glory, or in
Yes.
Hindi we'll call it what will we call it? Gaurav,
Gaurav. Right.
right? So we feel Gaurav,
Right.
Gauravam
Gauravam.
in Sanskrit.
Right.
So
Right.
that's like feeling proud. We say proud is not the best word. I'll say
Yes.
feeling glory
Yes.
of somebody. So that's one form of happiness. Then satisfaction
Yes.
is another form of happiness. So broadly speaking, happiness has four categories. If we see, one can be called happiness itself. Second can be called peace. Third can be called satisfaction, and fourth can be called bliss.
Bliss. Okay.
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 Now the first one is happiness itself. The word we use. Okay. It means having no problems in life. When we feel we have no problem in that moment, what we are feeling,
Yes.
maybe we can call that happiness.
Yes. Yes. It makes sense.
No problem.
No problem.
This is a moment when you're feeling no problem is already happiness. We may take it for granted, but having no problem is a big thing.
Right.
Okay? All the problems or conflicts are resolved in this moment.
Or to give it a twist, we have risen above our problems. That could be a way to look at it. That could be a way to look at it. Like either there are no problems or we've risen above them. But when there's a feeling of no problem, then there is happiness. I get it.
Which in other words mean having solution.
Having solutions. Right.
ठीक है?
Right.
I have solution.
I have solutions. Yes.
I am happy. ठीक
That
है?
makes absolute sense.
Second comes peace, or rather I'll say abhay, or lack of fear.
Okay.
There is no fear. Na shanti.
Yes.
Sukh shanti.
Sukh Shanti.
ठीक
Right.
है? So shanti would mean peace. Peace means no conflict.
Right.
No conflict is peace.
And it's also harmony. So now we call back to harmony.
हाँ.
Go on. Yes.
ठीक है?
Hanji.
So no conflict is peace. No conflict what? Firstly, no conflict with anybody in the world. No conflict with another human being.
Right.
No conflict with another community.
Right.
No conflict with the society. No conflict with the rest of nature also. That nature is also in my favor.
Right.
I don't have conflict with nature. Very important.
Right.
Whole of nature.
Right.
And then now we went out. Now let's come back in.
Yeah.
No conflict inside me. Between my own thoughts, desires and expectations, there is no conflict. In three phenomena.
Okay.
My thought, my desire and my
My
expectations.
thoughts, my desires, and my expectations.
They don't have conflict with each other. That's peace.
That is peace. Okay.
Okay. Third will be Santosh.
Santosh, right. Contentment.
Satisfaction,
Okay.
contentment.
Yes. Yes.
ठीक है? When I feel all my needs are fulfilled, I am satisfied.
These make sense. I am getting it now. Yeah.
Okay?
Hanji.
So all my needs full is satisfaction. When fourth one is bliss.
Is bliss.
Bliss in other words would mean feeling harmony of coexistence. Feeling is very important. You're feeling happiness, no?
Okay.
Feeling bliss.
Okay.
What are we feeling? We are feeling everything is one.
Wow.
Undivided nature. Feeling are my indivisibility.
Oneness in a sense.
Oneness, or I'll rather say onlyness.
Onlyness, right.
Onlyness.
Right.
Feeling that I am only.
Or deep harmony, as you're saying. Deep harmony with everything.
Connection.
Connection. Okay.
Like no separation.
So, as per you, bliss comes only through
Love.
love. Okay.
In other words, it will come with love.
Because
When you
through
feel
love, you feel there's no two people, there's one.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
When you feel with the entire universe without an exception,
Right.
you are feeling bliss. With the tree, with the flower, with the bird, with the ant, with the air,
Yes.
with the snow, with every element that exists and every being. You're feeling that oneness, the onlyness of existence, the permanence, right? That thing which always lasts. So hence there is nothing to fear.
Yes.
There's just love and everything is sorted.
If there is only one, if there is something fearless, then what is to fear? What is to run after? Right? I get you.
What is to attain?
What is to attain? Right. Right.
But as human being, there is a lot to attain.
Yes.
And that's our parakram.
That is a parakram.
To attain in one life.
Yes.
One lifetime.
Right. Right.
So that's why we are here in this series. That we've got one lifetime of this 50, 60, 70, 80 years. We don't know how long we are going to live and breathe. Right? But till we are here, let's make the most out of this experience.
Yes.
And understand things, because understanding itself is the solution.
Right.
When we understand something, we have the solution. So we together want in this series to come and meet people and understand about life and everything that's important to us together.
So in the future videos, we will be going further into these 4 aspects of happiness and figuring out how to get it for ourselves. We know what they are. Now, how do I become happy, peaceful, content, and blissful? That is one of the discussions we will be having in the future. And if you guys have any more questions, just send it to ISG and we can discuss them further as well.
Yes, and we'll be having more people also join us.
Yes.
So thank you very much for joining. Thank you, Rahul.
Thank you.
It's an amazing new start. And
Thank you,
today
Saurabh.
is Lodi,
Thank you.
Makar Sankranti also
Yes.
a good
Happy
day.
Lodi. Yes.
Happy Lodi, a good day to start. And thank you, Saurabh, also for shooting the video.
Thank you.